G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see by the scene before you, this is going to be another one of them iPhone unboxing type dealies. Well, kind of. I wanted to see how the camera does, and I figured, well, I guess we can put it on the channel and make a video out of it, just like everybody else has, but I don't know if I can do anything with this that other people haven't already done, because I got mine a month after I ordered it, but it's here, so let's see what we can see with this. Now, this isn't sponsored, of course. My channel's not big enough for that. So I felt every bit of that money coming out of my account, and I'm probably going to keep this for way longer than the last phone as a result, but we'll see what happens. For now, I'm going to do what I should have done 5 minutes ago and turn the rest of my lights on so we can see this a little better. That sounds like a good idea to me. The Z50 is not doing too bad with the lighting right now, but why not just make it better? There we go. As you can see, I've done gloved up again. That's because I hate having fingerprints on my new phones. Now, I got a couple of phone cases here. There's one. There's the other. And as soon as I put yonder phone in one of these here cases, then I'll take the gloves off. But for now, yeah. So here's the old phone. It's an iPhone XS Max in space gray, and let me just get it out of the case. All of my cases are cheap ones. I just don't see the need to buy expensive cases for any phone when I plan on taking good care of my phones anyway. But there's the old one. I'll reflect my light in it for you, making it really hard to see what shade it is. Nice and shiny. Anyway, I've had this for 2 years now, and I didn't really need to replace it, but some of my investments have actually been paying off this year, so I figured, why not do this while I can afford it? Because I might not be able to afford it next year, or the year after, or the year after that. It's just, you never know. And yeah, when you've been on welfare as long as I was, from 03 to 2012, not 03, what am I talking about? That was 93. Yeah, from 93 to 2012. And yeah, you tend to be really, really careful with money. And I just hope I've been careful enough on both this and the new vehicle I'm expecting, which now has to be shipped because I couldn't go get it. Anyway, enough talking. Let's start getting this open. This is an iPhone 13. What is it? Pro Max Silver 1 terabyte. Yeah, I went for the most expensive thing I could, because I don't learn nothing apparently. Let's get this thing open. I want to see it. It's been a month. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any more Apple phones after this because of that delay, but you gotta realize that it's just part of this crazy chip shortage and pandemic and all kinds of stuff that's out of our and Apple's control. So yeah, this is the old case, by the way. It's just a cheap JTEC I got off of Amazon once for, I don't know, I think it was about $8, something like that. It's been fine. I've got no complaints. It kept the fingerprints and scratches off the phone. Did what it was supposed to. I don't drop my phones, so I hope that doesn't happen with this one, but you never know, I guess. But I'll take the risk. That's me taking risks I shouldn't. And there it is. I gotta say, with some of the comments online, I was expecting to look this more white or expecting this to look more white than it does. Sorry guys, I'm exhausted. It's a little more matte than the XS Max is. You can see everything in the XS Max, but not this. I hope you saw that. Keep forgetting to check my shot here. I'm shooting 4K, so this is going to be hell on my hard drives, but whatever. I need to show off the full quality of this camera as much as I can, and that's 4K. Alright. Now, why did I go with this, being a photographer, and not one of the other fancy new phones that have 200 billion megapixels or something like that? Well, see, the thing about camera sensors is, when you're dealing with cell phones like this, you're basically looking at DSLR quality from 10 years ago. That's basically the quality you can expect out of one of these. And as far as I'm concerned, 12 megapixels is better than 48 or 212 or whatever when it comes to these phones. Now let me tell you why. When it comes to a DSLR, they have big sensors with big pixels. And that's important for low light. It's extremely important, in fact. You want your pixels as big as you can get them, so they let in more light with less noise. And that's why Apple decided to go with 12 megapixels on this one. It's just better for low light. And if me being a photographer, I just gotta have the low light stuff, and I just want the best sensor I can get for photography. I don't care about megapixels or how far the zoom can go or whatnot. I just want something good quality. And from what I can tell, this is about the best it gets in 2021. That might change, but who knows? I had to do this now while I had the money, so here it is now. Well, I've got the money. So let's get this thing out so I can show it a little better. Peel that off. Yeah, comparing it to the XS Max, it's a little bigger, I think. Yeah, just a bit bigger. Not too much. These sides here are the reason why I wanted to get these gloves on, because I cannot stand fingerprints on anything. Which is why my new vehicle does not have touchscreens everywhere. I intentionally went older to get away from that. And I still don't know if I want to talk about that car on this channel, so I'm not going to say what it is just yet. You'll probably see it in the background of future videos, but I just don't know that I want to feature it on the channel. Okay, we got the usual charging cable I will never use, because I've got better ones. Designed by Apple in California, as opposed to Apple in Turkmenistan? I don't know. I don't know where they've got their offices. Anyway, what's in here? We got a SIM card thing. That, and a sticker I will also never use. Let's put that stuff back in the box. So, yeah. I'm going to need to get my SIM card in this and fire it up, put it in a case, and set it up. Not necessarily in that order. And maybe get back to you. I don't know. Actually, let's look at those cases first. I'm expecting a phone call, or a series of phone calls from that car dealership, so it's probably best if I go ahead and wait as long as possible on that. Now, me without a knife again. 1 second. Alright, that took way longer than a second, because I can't find nothing around here. But here we go. Usually I'd use my fingernails to get something like this open, but they're all gloved up so you can't see them. Alright, this is an ESR one. Supposed to be such that you can see all sides of it. And what have we got here? The heck is that? Phone stand. That's what that is. I'll never use that. This is another one of those cheap phones cases. Military grade protection. Yeah, right. I am like so sure. Okay, let's have a look at this one. And yeah, that's about what I expected it to look like. It's basically like the Jetec case, except clear sides, so you can see the whole way around it. And honestly, I don't know. This way I could see the sides of my phone. I don't think the other case has this ability. But the other case has a screen protector built in. Let's get into the other one and then we'll decide from there. Or I'll decide from there. Me and my imaginary friends. Alright, this one is a KKM case. Supposedly a tempered glass screen protector built in. Cute stickers for foam. No thanks. For foam? No, phone. Ah, I need more sleep. Alright, here we go. Yeah, see, this one's got the black sides, so that would look good, but then I can't see my nice fancy stainless sides here. Do I want to put this on the phone? I don't know. Do I want a tempered glass screen protector is the other consideration. Apparently we've got a wee little camera lens protector there too. I'm not sure if I care about that. It looks like this thing came out of the packaging a bit smudged. Can you see that? Let me put the glove behind it. Now you probably can't see that, but there's a little smudge right there. I don't know what side of the thing it's on. The gloves aren't really doing anything about that. I don't know, guys. I do not know. I also do not know if I can get inside this with my gloves on. Oh yeah. Now watch me break the tempered glass while I'm doing this. Okay, there we go. And there are 3 smudges. There's one there, there's one up there, the one I showed you, and then there's a little one here. Okay, I'm back, and I don't know why I didn't notice this earlier, except for severe fatigue. There's actually a little protective coating over the inside of this thing, so let's pull that off and we'll see if those blemishes come away. Ooh, and they did. Yeah, I'm going to go with this case. The KKM one. I'll keep the ESR one as a spare. Just in case I get tired of not seeing the things on this. So, how am I going to do this? I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my SIM card in here. I gotta set this phone up before I put it in the case, I think, almost. Do I? I don't know. If I weren't waiting for a phone call from a certain dealership, but that could take a really long time yet, so I think I've probably got time, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and get the SIM card in here, set it up off camera, and then maybe I'll show this all together briefly, and then we'll go out shooting. How's that? I'll take you guys with me to test out the camera. Sounds like a plan to me, so let's just go ahead and get her done. Alright folks, there it is. Case is on, SIM card is in, setup is going. I just wanted to show you what it looks like with this case on it. Yeah, not too bad. I wouldn't have minded seeing those side panels, but like I said, I can go over to this one if I need to. But for now, looks like everything's good. So, hopefully before too terribly long, and yes, I did go ahead and put that lens screen protector on too, so we'll see how that works out. Yeah, with a phone this expensive, I kind of thought maybe it's best to have a little more protection than that last case, so we'll see how it works out. But anyway, I'm going to shut you off, and hopefully I'll see you out in the field before too long. Well folks, welcome back to what is turning out to be the longest delayed iPhone 13 video in history. As you can see, we are out at my favorite house yet again, and we're just going to see how good this camera in this phone is. Now, how am I going to do that? Well, we've basically got three main cameras on this thing. We've got a wide angle, a normal angle, and a telephoto. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 shots each on each camera. I'm going to do one JPEG with in-phone processing. I'm going to then switch over to RAW. I'll shoot RAW and process it myself in Lightroom. And we'll just see how the difference is. And then at the very end, I think I'll do one set of macro shots, which uses the wide angle camera on this thing. And since I promised I would show the new ride, I guess we're going to use it for the pictures. We're actually in it right now. So why don't I shut this off? I'll go get the shots, and then we'll talk more about the car later, because the car is really secondary to what we're doing today. So let me get those shots, and we'll be back in a jiffy. So the car. As you might be able to tell from those pictures I just showed you, I now own a 2018 Audi Q7. Now, why was I okay with battling my anxiety disorder for the month it took for me to get this into my hands? Well, that right there is the reason why, that number. I don't know if you can see it too well. See if I can get this phone to zoom in a bit. It's not cooperating. Anyway, 44,249 kilometers is what it's got on it right now. It had 43,000 when I got it. That's the entire distance I've driven since I've taken delivery of it. Now if I can get my phone to work properly again, there we go. The reason why I decided to battle the anxiety disorder was the week I bought this, I was set to go out to Calgary and buy a silver one of these. The silver one was really, really, really nice. It had no cosmetic issues whatsoever. It had every single option I wanted, none of the ones I didn't. But that one had 71,000 kilometers. And it was barely cheaper than this one. 2 days before I was scheduled to go buy that one, this thing popped up at Boundary Audi in Burnaby. And I just jumped right on it. I'd been watching the market all year, and I knew if I didn't go for this one right then and there, I was going to lose it. And sure enough, the saleswoman told me later that there were 2 or 3 people just waiting for me to drop the ball on this one. So I told her, take it off the market, I'm buying it. And moreover, I paid asking price for it too, because, yeah, in this crazy market, you kind of got to just jump on things when you get the chance. So, why did I buy this one specifically? Well, I've mentioned before that I was on welfare for 18 years. And as it turns out, next year is the 10th anniversary of me taking myself off welfare. At the time I did it, I had no idea whether I was even going to be able to stay off welfare or not. I just knew I had to take myself off, roll the dice, and just see if I could just make a go of it. Because at that time, the welfare system was trapping me, I felt. I just felt that I couldn't make any progress whatsoever with my mental health as long as I stayed on welfare, so I took myself off. And almost immediately, I started making plans for this purchase right here. I didn't know what kind of a vehicle I was going to be able to get, if I was going to be able to get much at all, so I had 3 vehicles planned. One was a Chrysler Town & Country. That was the very lowest option I was willing to consider. And the next one up from there was a Toyota Sienna all-wheel drive, because I've got to have my all-wheel drive after the Pacifica. And then the third choice was this, a Q7. Now, am I particularly concerned about maintenance or reliability? No. See, I have been talking to Audi mechanics, and they all insist that this platform right here is the one to go for reliability. It's got the supercharged V6, the 3-liter, and it's got the 8-speed ZF transmission. So I'm not particularly concerned with it. Especially since this is a CPO Q7. The silver one wasn't. The silver one was, you take it or leave it. This one has 1 year left on the manufacturer's warranty. It's got 1 year after that of CPO warranty. And I wasn't content to leave it at that, because I would rather not fix my own vehicles for a while. So I added another 2 years of Audi Aftercare Platinum warranty. So, yeah, this thing has all the warranty of a new vehicle, at half the price of a new vehicle, a new Q7. I've got warranty out to 120,000 kilometers. So I got a screaming deal on this, I gotta say, even with paying full asking price. So, what options does it have? Well, let's see if I can show you here. Well, can't really see it. It's got the driver's assistance package with head-up display and adaptive cruise, because I had to have that. It's got the massaging seat package, which is the luxury package. For some reason, this one didn't come with the Alcantara headliner, but that's fine. I don't care about that. I wanted the massaging seats because I'm 6.5 feet tall and I've never been comfortable in any vehicle I've ever owned. Except now. This is ridiculously comfortable. Now, what options is it missing? Well, it doesn't have Bang & Olufsen, which might have been nice to get because the Bose system in here needs work. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm not happy with the Bose system. The subwoofer is a major weak point in here. And let's see, what else is it missing? It's missing night vision. I would have liked that too, but it's not a deal breaker because good luck finding one of these with night vision. I've seen maybe 5 or 6 of them all year. And it's December now, so yeah, you gotta learn to live without night vision unless you go for an A8, which is not practical for me. One of the major reasons I got this was so I could sleep in the back. You couldn't do that with the Pacifica because the middle seats didn't fold flat, and it had a giant center console. That's not a problem in this one. And also, this thing can tow. The Pacifica couldn't. None of the minivans I looked at could really do it, but this one can tow. And the major option that's missing is the air suspension and four-wheel steering that goes with it. I just felt like Saskatchewan back roads, air suspension, maybe not the best idea. So anyway, yeah. It's not that I'm leery of the air suspension at all. I can handle air suspensions. I've had vehicles with air suspension before. It's just that those parts cost $2,000 a corner if you want to replace the air springs. And this is German, so all those parts have to come over from Germany if they break. I just figured I'd just be much better off with the standard coil springs and shocks. And so far I haven't really missed those parts. She rides a little bit rougher than the Pacifica did, I won't lie, but it's not to the point where I'm upset about it. So, yeah, I guess I got everything on my Christmas list this year, except for maybe $1 billion, but I just hope every one of you who watches this gets everything on your Christmas list this year. It's been a hard year, I'm not gonna lie. I lost a lot of family members this year, including my little sister who passed away at the age of 41, so I just figured, why wait? If you have the ability to get something you want, why wait for it, you know? Let's just do it. So I did it. Spent an awful lot of money, which I probably shouldn't have spent, but I got the car I wanted. I got a half-decent phone. And I really can't complain too much. A lot of people out there have it a lot worse than I do. And I hope your Christmas is great. I hope your holidays are cheerful. And I hope you have a happy new year. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.